Let's get ready to rumble! What a performance that was!
Wow, wonderful viewers out there. It's time for Sportsville. My name is George Alo, and we're set to roll again. Well, it's a loaded package as usual. Trust us, and the unfortunate thing, though, is the fact that Nigeria was not at the World Cup draw in Qatar. No Nigeria-Argentina clash for the first time in 12 years. Very, very sad indeed. We'll take a look at how the Eagles failed to land in Qatar for the World Cup and the fallout of all that shambolic performance there at the Abuja National Stadium. Well, it's not only in football that things are happening. A state like Edo State is still planning big, thinking of producing 10,000 athletes a year. That is a very ambitious step being taken by the new Edo State Sports Commission. We'll take a look at all that on the show today, and my colleagues are in-house talking about Tony Nwokomaya, Gazie Ubani, and Matthew Okugbe. We'll roll together. I'm not working alone in the studio as usual. After this break, when we come back, we'll begin to fire on all cylinders. Don't go away. It is Sportsville. All right, welcome back. If you just joined us, you've not really missed much. Let me say a big thank you to my producer there, Tayo Gushaye, for those shots of the week that you saw. Well, we didn't get it right in Abuja, but at least we got it right in Benin, and we saw the Falconers there celebrating their World Cup ticket. Eagles may not have picked a World Cup ticket, but the Falconers did. On that note, let me welcome Tony Ubani to the show. Tony, you're welcome to Sportsville.
Thank you so much, George. Very great pictures, pictures that move minds, and indeed, I was just going through those pictures. I felt, I had another heartache. Just seeing how Cameroon, how Tunisia, how Morocco, how Black Stars, were celebrating in our own land, in our own stadium, George. That's a heartache. But unfortunately, there's absolutely nothing we can do. The only thing we can do is that we're going to tell the authorities, if they have ears, they will listen, and of course, we offer solution, as to what happened, and of course, how to end this disgraceful outing by the Super Eagles here on this station, George.
All right, we'll be offering solution moving forward. That is what we'll be doing here, and that is what journalists are supposed to do. On that note, let me welcome Matthew Okugbe to the show. Matthew, welcome to Sportsville.
Yes, thanks for having me, George. With or without the Super Eagles, the World Cup must go on as planned, as exemplified with the draws we saw on Friday. So we, as at this moment in time, we are licking our wounds. Hopefully, we'll go back to the drawing board if there is any, and begin to work for the future.
I hear there are so many drawing boards at the Glass House. Well, we may not have qualified, we may not have done well, but Tony, let's mention just quickly one area where we think we did well. That is preparation of that stadium ahead of that game. I think the federal government put everything in place. We had the world-class stadium, Abuja National Stadium, that used to be a headers place for headsmen for over a decade. We didn't play there, but that stadium was ready, and I think ex-international even why they are commended the federal government for putting that stadium in place. But unfortunately, Tony, the same place has been destroyed after that preparation.
Yeah, George, it's unfortunate. When you begin to talk about good preparation, bringing back a national stadium, I think the catastrophe, the monumental disaster that we saw that happened had already, blacked out the good preparation, that was done either by the ministry or by the Dangotes and others, that tried as much as possible to bring it back. That shows, George, that no matter how good you do, George, I think that the topmost preparation that concerns the team, is far more important than other things that they put in place. We could just see that even the national stadium had been destroyed. Nigerians destroying their own national stadium.
Very painful indeed.
It's so sad.
All right, Nigeria is not there in Qatar. The draw was held on Friday, and the president of Nigerian Football Federation, Amaju Mezinik, his two lieutenants, talk about Barrister Sheyi Akuyumi and Sheikh Udiko. They were all there, part of the draw, but were not there as a nation. And my producer is giving you the 5 African countries that are there: Ghana, Cameroon, Morocco, Tunisia, and Senegal. African champions, 5-time the 5 African representatives there. You see them. Unfortunately, there will be no Nigeria-Argentina clash. This has always been the high point, Matthew. Very, very painful indeed.
Yes, a well-deserved one for the African teams who were able to nick the World Cup ticket. If you are not good enough, you shouldn't be in the best football showpiece as far as the globe is concerned. For the Eagles, I think we got it wrong in several ways in which I believe we'll be able to highlight in the course of the show. But as at this point in time, we say congratulations to the team who have been able to make it. I was very, very emotional watching the draws on Friday with the absence of the Super Eagles in any of the pots.
Wow, very unfortunate. And one man that said he saw this coming and he warned is the former Secretary General of Nigerian Football Federation, the one we call Transformer, Fani Amu. He was there for Under-17 when Nigeria won the he was in charge when Nigeria won the Under-17 World Cup. But Fani Amu said his warnings were not heeded. They were not heeded ahead of the game against Ghana. Let's hear Fani Amu share his thoughts with us on the show. It's an exclusive one he had with Sportsville.
A prophet has no honor in his land. 3 years ago, I started the song. Last 2 years, I sang the song. 1 year ago, I sang the song. Early this year, I sang the song. They branded me names. Oh, I allow this. I said, no, things are wrong. I was a victim. 17 years I'm in the court. 17 years. For same match we took to Kano. Kano is in Nigeria. And you saw what happened. We didn't qualify for the World Cup. They called Alhaji Galadima name, called him several names. Alhaji Galadima is a saint. Upright, straightforward. I'm a student of his knowledge. And when this one happened again, I sang songs. People call me names. I'm not saying I saw it, but I said, I hope 2006 does not repeat itself. So those stammerers, those people that they don't say the truth, I call them stammerers, were gangi and beneficiaries who prefer to like themselves than the country. So with the result now, who loves the country more? Is it me that has been speaking or the ones that have been keeping quiet and benefiting from the rubbish? I ask you, the choice of Super Eagles player, when the coaches made the team list, who are those who are there? The chairman of the league board is the second vice president of the Nigerian Football Federation. So why don't he say, okay, when the list comes, where is the list? He has that right. So say, okay, I want to see the list. Why are league players not here? He has that. So if he does not ask, then don't blame the coach. Why Roy did not to invite the players, nothing wrong with it. Because those who are inside there, they refuse to see the same reason why they should encourage the league. I don't know if you understand me. And they didn't do it once, twice. They did it consistently for 7 years. So, if I'm the league chairman or league secretary, I will try and influence it for us to have. So it's okay. If I invited 30 foreign-based players, who can invite 15. You don't need them. Then bring 10 home-based players. Even if we don't dress, it does not really matter. They'll be encouraged by it. Look at the team that play. If you play home-based player, who knows the pains of not going to the World Cup? But you brought players who came to eat candy, who came to eat coke, who came to speak English, who never even knew the environment. I'm not faulting anybody. What I'm saying is that we should do it right. And you cannot start saying you dissolve the team, dissolve this, dissolve it. No, you are an insider. Dissolve yourself first. That's the truth. You cannot see it because we saw it from afar. You saw it from afar. And they say in Nigeria, nobody resigns. Abi? No. Look, one thing will start one day. If you have that belief that there doesn't start and does not have an end, you should be honorable enough sometimes to do certain things. Nigeria is bigger than every other person.
Wow, you see that you had Fani Amu there, somebody that has seen it all in Nigerian football. We call him the transformer. He was a coach of the under-17 national team, coach of Super Eagles, Secretary General of Nigerian Football Federation, and said, when you are an insider, don't you dissolve yourself first. Well, one man that says that he wants that will get it right moving forward is Tony Nnachita, somebody that has seen it all too. Nnachita is part of the planning committee that will be trying to see how changes will be made using the league. Talk about the 10-year master plan. Nnachita shared his thought with us too. This is another exclusive interview. Let's hear Nnachita talk.
Well, I am currently a member of the presidential committee on the master plan for Nigerian football. And it wouldn't be fair for me to talk about this particular issue now. The event on Tuesday is only a small part of the challenges of Nigerian football. If you look at that match, you ask yourself, are you convinced that if we have played one more hour, our team will score? You ask yourself, are you convinced that there's other egos on that pitch apart from Osimhen? And you ask yourself, what was the technical input from these boys? And what happened on the pitch? The better team won on Tuesday, unfortunately.
So, looking ahead now, what are the indices that we need to work on to get the best? Because some will say, oh, it's the league, some will say administration.
All of them. You have to start with the management, with the league, with the structure. Where are our referees? Where are our technical grooming? Do we have referees? Do we have technical men? Are we grading our coaches? Are we producing the best of our coaches? All of that is a picture of a football, a lot of noise without substance. We have not dealt with the basics of our football. And every year, we paper over it and just go on. After Russia 2018, nothing has changed. You begin afresh. All over. The whole circuit of our football needs to be interrogated now. From the agency running football to the pillars of football, the players, the teams, the league, the coaches, the technical crew. We have to start afresh quickly and start getting ready for 2026 World Cup. Now, not a month away.
Wow. Former Vice Chairman of Nigerian Football Federation, Tony Nnachita, sharing his thought with us, and he was down to earth. Matthew, quickly, this is a man that, using his words, he said that we have not dealt with the basics of our football.
Absolutely, if you ask me, one individual definitely who knows, and he has been able to state it exactly the way it should be. We really neglected what we should be doing, even after the last World Cup in 2018, and we felt that those born and raised in the diaspora would be able to do the job for us. You saw what happened in Abuja. Let me also make reference to what he said. Grooming our league, ensure that we have players who would be able to come from the structure, the foundation of the league, and also go through the rudiments of the league and also make it to the national team. If we had 10 players from the league in that game against the Ghanaians, with those crowd, over 60,000 Nigerians cheering them, they wouldn't have lost that game.
I agree with you. Well, gentlemen, the truth is that we are not playing league in Nigeria. Let's call a spade and not instrument of digging. You cannot bring people from street soccer, which I call the Nigerian Professional Football League, to play for Super Eagles. That is the truth.
We're not playing league.
We are not playing league.
Professional league.
We are not playing professional. I can say it anywhere. We are not. Because if we are playing, we will be able to keep our players at home, at least a good number of them. But look at anybody's best player will go to Cambodia to go and play football. Then are you playing league? A league that cannot hold its best at home.
But that's exactly what we're saying. I think that's what Fani Amo said almost, and of course TNT, Tony Najita,
said
is saying. George, I think that we are not even encouraging the league.
Exactly.
And the first vice or the second vice chairman of the Nigeria Football Federation, who is in charge of the league, is not showing.
He's not interested.
He's not showing any concern. He's not showing interest in the league. So how do you expect the league to go?
Today, any bag goes to Gombe United, they are beaten. And then you place them under closed door for 1 week, you bring them back to the same venue.
These are the men who are lining up to become the next NFF president.
Somebody goes to Aqua United, you are robbed. So when you now get back to Aqua or Rivers United, won't you rob the person back? We see the level of officiating in the league is so shambolic and annoying.
There are foundational issues that needs to be addressed, and if once we fail to do this, we will continue to go around the same circle. Amaju came into office with plenty of toga a couple of years back, and we felt as at this point in time, we should have been at least closer to Eldorado if we are still unable to make it. But as at this point in time, it seems we've taken ourselves 10 years back. With not going to the World Cup is an eye-opener. I won't call for Amaju to resign because I don't see that happening. Because in this climate, people of such status don't resign. Regardless, let heaven falls.
All right.
What I'm saying is that this is a time for us to get it right, and the best way for us to get it right is for us to have a new chapter, George.
Okay, new chapter, and those who are getting it right, who have new chapter, they are there in Qatar. We saw it. My producer will now be giving you the pairings, how it went out there in Qatar on Friday from Group A to Group H. And you can see it clearly that the group of death is the one that has, Tony, come to look at it. Somebody asked that how can you pair Germany and Spain together in one group? I think that is definitely the group of death. You can see all the pairings there. It is a very tight one there, where Spain, Costa Rica or New Zealand, Germany and Japan will be playing in Group A. How do you explain that?
Yeah, George, one thing that is certain there, it's like you said, group of death. You know that nobody is going to die. But then I think that something that is going to be there is that there is pain, and there's going to be pain in that group. Spain is there, and Germany, Japan, Costa Rica, New Zealand. I think that that group will end in pain.
It will end in pain. And then, Matthew, quickly, Group A, where the hosts Qatar are Ecuador, Senegal, and Netherlands. Do you see African champion Senegal getting out of that group?
I think Senegal should take pole position with the quality of players they have. One team that has plenty of character, they should be able to nick and easily come out of this group. Yes, Netherlands, a very difficult team to play against, but I think playing against the likes of Qatar and Ecuador, Senegal, under the tutelage of their manager and also Sadio Mane, should be able to go out of that group.
All right, Senegal should be able to go out of that group. And let's say that our conquerors, Ghana, are up against star-loaded Portugal, South Korea, and Uruguay. This game between Ghana and Uruguay will be a repeat of the quarterfinal in South Africa. And I'm sure that the Ghanaians will be warming up to take their pound of flesh. It will be an interesting World Cup. Don't worry, Nigeria is not there. I hope, like Tony said, we'll open a new chapter in our football and get it right in the next 4 years. And talking about opening a new chapter, the place we should equally be looking at is the higher institutions where the best brains in Nigeria are domiciled. Talk about the higher institutions football league. HIFL has been on for some years now. The competition for this year, talk about the HIFL league, will be starting in April. And the organizers are saying they are putting everything in place to ensure that the best of football is played there. Last year, we saw it when University of Maiduguri won it. It became the only thing that was celebrated in that Borno State capital. And we hope that HIFL will be taken to a higher level this season. Let's hear the organizer speak ahead of a kickoff of HIFL League this season.
Like I've said to people, the this year has been disappointing. 2 days or 3 days ago, we didn't qualify for the World Cup. But while I mourn that we didn't qualify, I rejoice in the fact that we have a platform that can start fixing some of the challenges our football is facing. A platform that says, start developing from the grassroots. A platform that says, engages universities. We can get a national team from IFL players if we invest in them. There's no magic about it. All the guys who played on Saturday were not from heaven. We have over 2 million Nigerian youths, young, able-bodied men in universities. A lot of them love football. A lot of them are passionate about football. A lot of them want to play football. Our job is to provide a platform that trains, mentors, encourages, motivates, and gives them the vision of a united, indivisible Nigeria that we all preach. And they will do things. They will perform wonders. And I think this season is actually apt for me. This season is also important to start addressing the ills we have in our sports space in Nigeria.
I hope that they stay focused, they stay determined. Nigeria will get better as they all play their parts with the support that many brands are lending to many ideas that are coming up and out of our country.
My expectations are that, as you can see, more universities are getting interested. So will the competition be very high. And we want to build the capacity. We at NUGA want to upgrade the capacity of the coaches so that we have better players this time around.
All right, straight to talking points now. Let's tell you that it's painful that our own Wilfred Ndidi will no longer play a role for Leicester for the rest of the season because of the injury that stopped him from playing for Nigeria in the game against Ghana. I don't think this is a good one for Leicester, that for Ndidi, who most of us believe should even be playing not for Leicester, but for one of the big four in the EPL. And talking about getting the best, Edo State is targeting to produce 10,000 athletes every year. This is the target of the new Edo FA chairman, talking about Yusuf Ali, and the commission, the Edo State Sports Commission. They've been inaugurated, and they said they would match words with action, that they will try to deliver on the mandate given to them by the Edo State government. And then let's tell you that rugby football has adopted a new constitution. Moving forward, I hope that they will play by that constitution so that at the end of the day, there will be no crisis in Nigerian rugby. This is a federation that has been doing very well, even with little or no support. And one man that came to the focus within the week is Nigerian ex-international David Adiele. They said he's working as a security guard in one of the U.S. mats. But who says that Adiele is not enjoying it out there in the U.S.? Because like somebody said, comparing U.S. and Nigeria is like comparing death with sleep. Tony, do you agree with that?
Yes, I must say, I do not know, honestly, I do not know why people are just betting eyelids on David Adiele. When he was in Nigeria, I think that it was so bad for him. George, for me,
he was not paid salary in Heartland.
That's what I'm saying. I think, George, it's better for him, to be a king without a kingdom. He is out there in the US and, of course, being refreshed and getting paid and then living well. To me, it's a good thing for him.
All right, good thing for David Adiele. Let's tell you now that family and friends, they were gathered together on Thursday. Yes, that was last week, Thursday to be precise, for the service of song of a great man, somebody that is an icon when it comes to sports journalism in Nigeria. I talked about Dr. Sonny Ejagbase, an ex-soldier. He died at 71 out there in Atlanta, USA. But friends and family members paid a whole lot of tribute to him because he is a man that, do I say that, is irreplaceable. He is a big miss for Nigerian sports, and we're happy that his virtues came to the fore at his service of song. Let's hear some stakeholders speak while that service of song took place here in Lagos.
The way he created things that wasn't before, the way he was able to metamorphose into entrepreneurship and made success of it, the way which he became a life coach, the way my dad has been able to use his knowledge to impact not just us people in Nigeria, all over the globe. So that's why I said my father is a superhero.
Cool and calm in any tough situation. There's always an answer, there's always a solution. You have to calm down and find it out. So that's the number one lesson I learned from him. There's always an answer to every question. Calm down, find it out. He touched thousands of lives. Some people could not even join in person, but they've reached out to us. So he did a great job. Once in a generation type of person, yeah? So what do you expect? The president even sent condolence message. I mean, I'm proud of him.
Well, I'm happy because I know that he's resting in the bosom of the Lord. And since his passing, a lot of things that has happened in terms of the people that he has impacted make me to kind of reassess my life, because I want to end well. And he has been my father, he has been my brother, he has been my hero, my mentor. Like I said, from childhood, I was born into his hand. I was born into his hand, he raised me, so whatever I am today by the grace of God is through him. It's through him. So it's like a part of me is gone. That's how it is.
When we talk about people who have passed on, usually people use some adjectives. They will say they were very kind, they were generous, and so on and so forth. And in my opinion, some of those adjectives have not become a cliche, because everybody who has passed on was kind, was generous, etc., etc. But in the case of Dr. Ojiagbase, he was truly, truly, truly worthy of those descriptions. All right? But for me, the utmost of his qualities was his humanism. All right? Because for Dr. Ojiagbase, he didn't care where you came from. He didn't care about your religion or your tribe. All he was after was your professionalism and your commitment.
Wow, we say may the soul of Dr. Sonny Ojiagbase rest in peace. Truly, truly, a good man is gone. Well, on that note, let me say thank you to my colleagues for being part of the show today. Thank you, Tony Obani, for coming to Sportsville.
Thank you, George, that we are still alive, and of course, we'll watch the World Cup without the Super Eagles. And I know that you are planning to go to Qatar. Will you still be going to Qatar? Or you already have a Qatar?
We already have a Qatar here in Nigeria, no doubt about that. Whether that Qatar will allow us to go to Qatar is a different thing altogether. Matthew, thank you for coming to Sportsville.
Thanks for having me. We'll continue to nurse our wounds as far as not making it to Qatar is concerned. For most of us who are sports journalists, it's still very, very painful. We are still to come out of this.
Well, no matter the way you look at it, whether Nigeria will be in Qatar or not, the important thing, like Tony Obani said here, is let us open a new chapter in Nigerian football. Well, that's the show. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye and God bless.
Roger Ferry.